Okay.
How can we help you?
Nothing. I just, your officers made contact with me. I explained to them I'm gathering content for a little story I'm doing.
Alrighty.
And one of your officers, she wanted to see my ID. I told her I'd prefer not to.
Me?
A man stands on the sidewalk, filming a gas company, immediately drawing questions from employees and police. He refuses to show ID, citing his right to film in public. The officers argue security concerns, but do they have the legal authority to demand identification? This tense standoff raises a crucial question: which matters more, individual rights or public safety?
No. No.
I just noticed that you're taking pictures of the office and the trucks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's it for?
For my own personal use.
For your own personal use?
Uh-huh.
For what, though? It's kind of... I'm sorry, I'm the office manager here, so I'm trying to figure out why somebody is taking pictures of our facility.
Just taking public pictures from the sidewalk.
Gotcha. Okay. For what reason?
My own personal reasons.
Okay. Is there something that we've done to offend you or anything?
No, ma'am. There's no... I have no nefarious intent whatsoever.
I'm just asking because somebody one other day was flying a drone around here, and that's a big no-no, and they were taking pictures of all kinds of stuff, and, like, yeah, we can't have that. We're a secured site, so that's why I was just asking what was going on.
It looks very secure.
Yeah, so, okay. Are you recording me now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What's your name?
I don't give up my name.
You don't give out your name
No.
even though you're recording people in public?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll make some phone calls. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oop, they're separating for the surround. I'm all right. Public photography.
Okay. What do you photograph?
What's your name?
Deputy Miller, Park County Sheriff's Office.
Badge number?
1892.
1892. And your name?
Deputy Kelly, 19272.
Okay.
So what's your business?
Mr. Reynolds, you got a badge number?
I have a unit number. It's 481.
Okay. That's a different thing. I never seen that.
Are you going to talk about what we're doing here today, or
Probably not.
pick at our uniform?
Probably not. I'm not picking at your uniforms. I just wanted everybody's identity in case I get mag dumped or tased.
Oh yeah.
Then I got some kind of evidence of who it was, right?
So how often does that happen?
Well, it just happened the other day here in Ohio.
Is someone standing on a sidewalk like this with a camera?
No,
Okay.
no, I'll commit to that. He didn't have a camera.
Okay.
But 28 shots. I mean, come on, guys.
Were you smoking earlier?
Who?
Were you smoking
No,
earlier?
Okay. I don't answer questions.
Okay. Well, you do realize this is a propane facility.
Mhm.
If you're smoking a cigarette, it's pretty idiotic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what about all the people that drive by and flick their cigarettes out their window?
So basically, what I talked to the owner here about, okay, they don't have any signage saying that you're not allowed to stay in the area recorded. This is a public property sidewalk, okay? So as far as us being a part of your little First Amendment audit experiment, we're not going to be that, okay?
So no mag dumping today?
No.
Okay.
Well,
he told me all about Homeland Security, right?
Yeah, I mean, like
How about
I said,
if you tell me about Homeland Security and how they put out a scathing memo in 2018 that says public photography is not a crime, even when paired with a 911 call.
Okay.
And hold on, I'm not done. And you, know it. Public photography is not a crime, and the 6th District Court runs this area. You'll get no traction today And I'll be back tomorrow with a sign and cupcakes.
You have an ID on you or anything?
No, I don't ID unless I'm committing a crime, about to commit a crime, or in the process of committing a crime.
Okay.
I just don't do that. That's my company policy.
Okay. So I'm just going to leave you with this, all right? I see your guys' videos online a lot. I understand your point, but I want you guys to understand our point, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We are still living in a post 9/11 environment.
No,
okay?
not at all.
Say no to that?
No,
okay. That's your,
not at
that's
all.
your right to disagree with me. But from our perspective, protecting local communities, this is critical infrastructure, okay?
Okay.
This is important critical infrastructure, right?
Okay.
And if someone's filming this because they're planning some type of attack to take this out, this is a critical incident, okay? Lots of people are going to get hurt if something happens. That's why we got to come at it the way we do, okay?
Okay.
But you're telling me you're a First Amendment auditor here? You're with some news agency? Are
Okay.
you with a news agency?
Gem City News.
Okay, where's your credentials at?
There is nobody that issues credentials in the United States.
Okay, so, I mean, our local news station here, News Center 7, they have their
I've sold them
logos plastered
stories.
all over everything. So where's your news logo? You don't do
No.
that?
Hey, I'm going to reach in my pocket.
Okay.
These are my credentials.
Can I see it?
Sure.
Oh.
First Amendment.
Okay. Cool. There you go. So you don't have any business affiliated credentials?
No, I have a business card,
Okay.
but it's not on me.
Well, I guess we'll just stand here together then.
Okay.
So you decide you want
Well, yeah. Because you know the rules are that I can't leave until you leave. I want to go home and eat strudel. Okay. I was just walking by, and this guy,
You're
he
not
wants to
walking
start
by.
it with me about
You're not
Homeland
just walking
Security.
by.
Sure, I was.
Okay. Because I got a call about, I'd say 10, 15 minutes ago at this point, give or take.
Yeah, he called a couple times.
And if you
I'll
were
be doing
walking
open
by,
public records request for those.
if you were walking by, you would have been gone by the time I got here. But you're still here. So you weren't.
They said they called the police. I don't want to. You're not chasing me. I'm
Okay,
telling you
but
now.
don't ID yourself here.
No, there's no need for me to give up my ID.
Then there's no need for you to stay here if you're just walking by.
Okay. And so you'd like me to go up the road?
That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You can stay in here if you want. But he had a valid concern, and we responded. I understand what you're doing here. Okay? But I'm going to ask you to leave. Given what I've just explained to you, I can't force you to.
Okay.
All right?
Well, you seem pretty good guy, Mr. Miller, and I'm not here to. Honestly, I know you guys think we're all against the police. We're not.
I know.
That's not how it works.
I know.
I don't have a gun on me. I'm not
see
doing a
that.
Second Amendment audit. I'm not, I bring awareness. Wear your seatbelt.
Yep.
Number one killer of police officers is car crashes.
I know.
That's why I don't really entertain the whole post-apocalyptic 9/11 stuff. That's all nonsense, right?
Well, that's-
Just like police
again,
getting
that's
shot
your-
down is nonsense. You guys die in car crashes.
That's your right to disagree with that. But I'm telling you,
Well-
from a law enforcement / security perspective, this being critical infrastructure, those are some of the things we got to look at.
Okay.
We may not we may not agree on that, but you're going to have your mindset. I'm going to have my mindset at the end of the day.
Okay.
All right. So are you going to leave or are you going to stay here?
I'm going to stay until you leave.
Well, I'm going to go back down here then. I'm off. I'm not even in front of the property at that point. So you'll leave when I can do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be going. In fact, I'll tell you what. You stay here, right?
Uh-huh.
You're dismissed. It was nice talking with you, young man. I'm sorry you're confused about Homeland Security. I'm gonna go to the park.
Okay.
So I'll just go by you guys.
All right.
Okay? Yep. And again, there are no weapons. No weapons.
This situation reminds us of the balance between individual rights and public safety. Filming in public is legal, but understanding context and reactions is crucial. Police have a duty to protect, while citizens have their rights. The key is knowing the law, staying calm, and engaging in constructive communication to prevent unnecessary conflicts from escalating.
Hi.
Yeah, I just called 911. I thought it was kind of unusual that you're taking photographs of a. Now you take photographs of me, I take it. Okay. Why are you taking photographs of a facility that's a lockdown facility?
Well, I don't see how that's any of your concern, sir.
See, it's any of my business? Okay, well, let 911 talk to you then.
Okay, well, I'm on a public sidewalk. They're more than happy. All right, well, we got this individual here.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great, thank you.
So Juvenile Hall wanted to know why you're videotaping their building.
Just gathering content for a little story I'm working on.
Okay. Is it for like school or something?
Just I have a blog and such.
Okay. Do you have ID on you?
I prefer not to identify.
Okay. I'd like to see it. You're required by law to give me your ID.
Actually, unless I've been suspected of committing a crime, I'm not required to.
You're filming a government building.
From a public sidewalk,
Right. That's
which is
fine.
perfectly legal.
Right. I have the right to detain you. Okay. And you're required to identify yourself.
Well,
You're not being charged with anything.
I
You're not
understand
innocent.
that. I understand that, officer, but I do understand California law. Unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime,
Okay.
filming a government building from a public sidewalk, which is protected by the First Amendment, is not a crime.
No, but I have the right to detain you to figure out what's going on. Okay.
Okay.
You're dressed in all BDUs. You got a video camera, 2 video cameras. Okay.
Okay.
Juvenile Hall is concerned. Okay. If no crime is committed, then no big deal. Okay. But I do have the right to identify you. You are required to give me your ID.
No, I'm not. Unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime, I'm not required to identify myself.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm
You're being
not.
detained
Okay, officer, what am I being detained for?
for suspicion of why you're dressed and acting all weird in front of Juvenile Hall.
Well, suspicion is not a crime.
Right. It's not probable cause. It's reasonable suspicion to detain you to investigate what's going on.
Okay, and I just told you what's going on. Well, officer, at this point, I'd like to speak to a supervisor, so I would ask that you call a sergeant out here.
Absolutely. Item 53. Is there a field sergeant able to respond?
How you doing, dude?
Hi, how you doing, sir?
Good. What's going on today?
Just gathering content for a little story.
Doing what?
Just gathering content, like B-roll, for a little story I'm doing.
Cool. What's the story on?
It's just for a blog I write.
Want to know?
I'd rather not say it this time, because it's not published yet, so, just getting some B-roll.
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay, but you understand why we came out here?
I understand.
Okay. So they think it's a little weird that you're out here filming Juvenile Hall?
Okay. Well, I've been on the public sidewalk the whole time.
No, that's
I
fine.
haven't gone
Not
on
saying-
any
not saying
restricted
anything
areas.
wrong with that,
Okay.
but we just want to make sure that you're not coming out here trying to snoop around and do something. Because people tend to do reconnaissance,
Yeah.
You want to talk to the sergeant, I take it?
Yeah, because like the other officer, she asked for my ID. I respectfully declined because, I know what my rights are. Unless there's reasonable suspicion that a crime has actually been committed, I'm not required to identify myself. So the other officer here is suggesting that she has the right to ID me. I'm saying no. So at this point, I think it would be best to have a supervisor come out and we can clarify all this.
That's fine.
Okay.
Whatever. Make it easy that way.
So just to clarify, I am being legally detained. I'm not free to leave.
Well, as I know, you haven't done anything criminal. We just asked who you were.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, the other officer here said that I was being detained. So,
I think it's suspicious that you're out here filming a Juvenile Hall.
okay.
Yeah, I was detaining you to find out who you are.
Well, so I am being detained.
I am detaining you.
I'm not free to leave then. Okay. All right.
Not accusing you of any crime or anything. Just trying to figure out why you're out here.
Okay. And like I said, I understand that. You got to call for service. You have to come out and investigate. I explained to you what I was doing, but, you know, and you've even admitted that I'm not doing anything wrong. There's no crime being committed.
Crime being committed.
Then I really don't understand why I'm being detained then.
Do you want to speak to our sergeant?
If I'm being detained, yes.
Sergeant Lara, Santa Maria Police Department. Today's date is 1/23 of 2017. The time is 16:13 hours. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I want a stamp too, okay?
Okay.
How can we help you?
Nothing. I just, your officers made contact with me. I explained to them I'm
Okay.
gathering content for a little story I'm doing.
All righty.
And one of your officers, she wanted to see my ID. I told her I'd prefer not to. And
Actually,
she-
we do have the right to ask you for your ID because they call us here. It is a juvenile hall facility here, so we do have your authority. Okay, so if you're doing a story, yes, we do have that right, sir.
Okay, and I explained to your officer that unless I understand California law, I've been through this before.
Okay.
Unless you have reasonable suspicion that
We do have reasonable suspicions
that I've actually committed a crime.
No.
Hear me out,
Sir,
okay?
Okay.
listen to her.
So we have people that do reconnaissance on police, on our juvenile hall facilities, jail facilities, people that
Right, okay.
gather information, take video surveillance, try to identify us, identify our vehicles, and do all that kind of stuff for malicious purposes, okay? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing out here. You're saying that you're doing this for a blog or whatever. So we're detaining you to figure out whether or not you're doing this for malicious purposes or completely innocent purposes. And if it's for completely innocent purposes, that's totally fine. But we do have the right to identify you, okay? And if we ID you and everything's good to go, then you're fine.
And I have a right to decline because I know the law. I know my right. I'm not
You
trying
don't.
to be confrontational or anything. But unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've
told you.
actually
No.
committed a crime,
Hear me out.
I'm not required
Yes, sir, listen to the officer
me
there.
out.
to identify myself.
So the way a detention works, right? We don't have probable cause at this point. The reason we detain people is to investigate something to see whether or not a crime has been committed. So when we detain somebody, at that point, we do not know whether or not a crime has been committed or not yet. Okay, it's during the detention we do our investigation to identify that person and find out why they're there doing what they're doing. And if no crime has been committed, there's no probable cause, and that person is free to go. But during a detention, that's when we do our investigation. At that point, the person is required to identify themselves by law. No crime has been committed that I can tell at this point. You're right. That's correct.
Okay.
But we still have the right to detain you and to identify you. Okay?
Okay, but what probable cause is there to
there's
suspect
no-
that I have committed a
there is-
crime?
there
I'm
is
filming from a public
Sir, if there was
sidewalk.
probable cause, you would be in handcuffs already.
Right.
That's what she's trying to explain to you.
Okay.
It's a
But we do
detention.
have, exactly, a detention just to investigate. And we didn't come out here on our own. They contacted us.
Yeah, you got to call for service. I understand
So,
that.
and if you know the law and everything, you know that part too, okay? And bottom line is, the officer's right, and we do have a job to do, obviously. Taxpayers pay us to do a job, and this is part of the job,
Okay.
okay? So all she's asking for identification, no, we're talking to. She's not asking for too much,
Okay.
okay?
And I'm respectfully declining.
Okay, well, we do need an ID, sir.
Okay, well, I'm not going to provide identification. Like I said, I've been through this before. You know, I've been through similar situations.
This way and start our camera too, so that way, I mean, everything's recorded, okay,
Okay.
sir? So, and what was the call? All right, this is what's gonna happen,
Okay, sir.
okay? We're gonna stand around till you take care of your business, okay? And then whatever you need for your blog, do the filming here from here, and obviously that's private property over there.
Okay.
And then then leave when you're ready, okay? But we're gonna stand around here to make sure that the facility is safe.
Okay, that's
Because
perfectly
there are
fine.
kids in here, and that's our main concern here. Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So we don't know what you're doing here, and we don't feel comfortable just leaving you here. So we are going to stick around, and then when you're done, then you can leave.
Actually, I'm already ready.
Well, then we can get
Yeah.
going then, okay?
Okay.
And everything will be documented. We're writing a report and everything, all the
Okay.
pictures and everything. So we have our own little information too, okay?
Okay.
All right. So whenever you're ready, you can get out of here or
Okay.
whatever you're going to do.
So I'm no longer being detained. I'm free to go.
You're free to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a bad angle.
Oh yeah, the glare.
Yeah, don't want to glare.
Okay.
And again, we're doing all this for the safety of the children in there.
Okay.
All righty?
All right.
All righty. Okay. So,
Okay.
to you now.
All right. Thank you.
All righty.
Have a good day.
one.
Wow. We got 4 officers standing around with nothing better to do but take pictures.
This situation highlights the importance of knowing your rights and handling interactions with law enforcement wisely. Filming in public is legal, but staying calm and understanding the law can prevent unnecessary conflict. At the same time, officers must balance public safety with respecting civil rights. Knowledge and proper communication are the keys to ensuring that both sides uphold the law fairly.